to calculate the surface area of this triangular prism, we need to be able to work out the area of each side. So this side, this side, this side, this side, and of course the base, which is here. So we do it one by one. Firstly, calculating the area of the triangle. Now we see that there's one here, and there's also one here. So once we work out the area of this triangle, we then times that by 2, because there are 2 of them, 2 of those sides. So triangle 1 then is 5 by 12, and therefore the area of a triangle is 5 times 12 divided by 2, base times height divided by 2, and I get 30 centimeters squared. Now, to work out the area of this plane, we do 13 times by 20, which gives us 260 centimeters squared. And then to calculate the area of this base, we do, so the base has a length of 20 by 12, which is 20 times by 12, which is 240 centimeters squared. So we have 1, 2, and 3, and then your fourth and final one is this area here, which is 5 by 20. So 5 by 20, and timesing that together gives me 100. Now finally, all we need to do to get the combined area of the whole shape, including all of the sides, so all of these, we add the areas together. So the total surface area is then 1 plus 2, 3, and 4. Adding all numbers together should give us a value of 660 centimeters squared. And that is your final answer. This next question presents a cuboid and asks for the total surface area. So again, we need to work out the area of each surface and of course combine all of those areas together and give them a total surface area. So we start with finding the area of one surface. So we start with this surface, which is 10 by 5. Now, 10 times 5 is 50 centimeters squared. So that is your first surface. Now, you don't just have one here, you have one on the other side too. So if I outline that onto this shape, just to show where that would be. Right, so as well as it being the area for this side, it's also the area at the back because they're both exactly the same. And therefore, we times the 50 by 2, which gives us 100 centimeters squared. Now, for the second side, we have this area. Now this area is also given here. So we find the area for that and we times that by 2. So again, draw the shape out because it's easier to then visualize that. And you get 5 by 6. 5 times 6 gives you 30 centimeters squared. And then, of course, you need to times that by 2 because you have 2 of those sides, which gives you 60 centimeters squared. And then your third and final shape is, of course, the bottom, the base and the top. So, of course, whatever the base is, it will also be the top of this shape, right? So, draw that out here and get base with 10 by 6, which is going to be 10 times 6, which is 60 centimeters squared. And then, of course, because there are 2 of them, we times that by 2 and we get 120 centimeters squared. Now your final area, total surface area, is going to be the addition of 1, 2 and 3. Adding them together should give us a value of 280 centimeters squared. Remember, the units are very important. Because it's area, the units will always be centimeters squared, specifically on the squared part. And that's the final answer to this question. This next question is on a triangular prism. To work out the surface area, it's pretty much the same as in the previous question. However, you have a triangular side. So one triangular side on this side and one triangular side on this side. Now, to calculate the combined area, all you need to do is calculate your area of a triangle and then times that by 2 because you have 2 here. And then calculate the area of this sheet across. Calculate the area of this side and then calculate the area of this side. So we'll start with the triangle, get the hard part out of the way. So your first shape is a triangle, of course. Now the formula for a triangle, so it's 8 by 6, is just base times height. So you have 6 times 8 divided by 2, which gives us 24. Right, but because you have 2 of those sides, you divide that by, you have 2 of those sides, you times that by 2, sorry about that, and you get 48 centimeters squared. Now, to find the area of this plane, we then, so this plane sheet, we draw the shape out because it's easier to visualize it. So we have 10 by 9 centimeters, times them together, 9 times 10, which is 90 centimeters squared. So we have the area of that. Now your third one will be, for example, this one. So let's draw that out. Right, we have a shape of 8 by 9. Right, 8 times 9 is 72. Centimeters squared. And your final one is your base, which is here. Right, so to calculate that, we draw the base out first. It's 6 by 9. 6 times 9 is 54. Now to calculate the total surface area, all we need to do is add all the calculated areas together. So the total surface area will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, which should come up to a value of 264 centimeters squared. Again, please be mindful of your units. They could earn you the extra mark in your exam. And that's your final answer and the end to this question. Last but not least, so you have this shape here, an L-shaped prism. The question has asked you to work out the total surface area of the prism and state the units with your answer. So let's do the shape one by one then. So in order to work out the bottom first, so the base of the shape, which would be that times that, we would, let's write this down. So the bottom, okay, it would be 5 by 6, which would give you 5 times 6, value of 30 centimeters squared. Number 2, of course, the top of the shape, which would also be 5 times 6. Give you 30 centimeters squared. And then number 3, the side of the shape, which is 3 by 6. So 3 times 6 to give you 18 centimeters squared. Right, obviously you've got 2 sides, so times that by 2, and we get 36 centimeters squared. And then number 4 is the front of the shape, which is 4 times 1, so 4 times 1, which gives you all of this part, plus 1 times by 3, all of this part, to give you 7 centimeters squared. And then the back of the shape would be exactly the same. So I've seen that here, number 5. Be exactly the same to give you 7 centimeters squared. Now, the final surface area would be to add all of these values together. Okay, so let's write the surface area here. Total surface area then would be 1 plus 2, 3, 4 and 5 to get a value of 110 centimeters cubed. Squared. Let's undo that. So squared. Cubed would be if it was the volume. And that should be your final answer.